One that April with his shorey suit, the drought of March had pierced to the root, and bathed every vein in switched liquor, of which virtue engendered is the floor. One Zephyrus ache with his sweet breath, inspired hath in every holt and heath the tender crops, and the youngest son hath in the ram his half a course he won. And small fowls making melody that slapen in the neat with open ye, so pricketh him nature in her courages, that longing forth to go on pilgrimages, and Palmer's for to forsaken stranger sons, to fairne owls cough in sundry lawns. And specially from every shire's end, of England to Canterbury they wend, this holy blissful martyr for to sake, that him hath hope in one that they were seek. Befell that in that season on a day, and southward at the tabard as I lay, ready to enden on my pilgrimage to Canterbury with full devout courage, at night was come into that hostelry, well 29 in a company of sundry folk by aventury fall, in fellowship and pilgrims were they all, that toward Canterbury woolden ride, the chambers and the stables were in wide, and well we were in Esed at the best, and shortly when the sun it was to rest, so had I spoken with him every chone, that I was of her fellowship unknown, and made forward early for to rise, to take our way, the ere as I yell devise. But natheless, while I have time and space, ere that I further in this tale pace, methinketh it according to the soon, to tell yow at all the condition of each of him, so as it seemed to me, and which they were, and after what degree, and eke in what array that they were in, and that a knecht than of all I first begin. A knecht there was, and that a worthy man, that thro' the time that had he first began to read and out he loved chivalry, truth and honour, freedom and courtesy, full worthy was he in his lord as where, and thereto hath he ridden no man fair, as well in Christendom as in heathen ace, as ever honoured for his worthiness. With him there was his son, a young squire, a lover and a lusty bachelier, with locks cruel as they were laid in praise. Of 20 year of age he was, I guess. Of his stature he was of even length, and underly deliver, and of great strength. A yeoman had he, and servants na mo, at time for him list to ride so, and he was clad in coat and hood of green, a sheaf of peacock hour was his bright and keen. Under his belt he bar full thriftily, well could he dress his tackle yeomanly, his hour was drooped not with feathers low, and in his hand he bar a mighty bow, and not he'd had he with a brown visage, of woodcraft he all the usage. Upon his arm he bar a great brassiere, and on his side a sword and a buckler. There was also a nun, a prioress, that of her smiling was full simple and coy, her greatest oath was but by Saint Look, and she was claped Madame Eglantine. Full well she sung the service divini, and French she spake full fair and fetisly. After the skull of Stratford at the bow, for French of Paris was to hear and know. Another nun with her had she, and that was her chaplain and priest three. A monk there was, a fair for the mastery, an outrider that loved venerie, a manly man to ben an abbot able, full many a denty horse had he in stable, and when he rode, men might his bridle hear, jingling in the whistling wind as clear, and eke as loud as doth the chapel bell, whereas this lord was keeper of the cell. A friar there was, a wanton and a merry, a limtor, a full solemnly man, in all the orders for his known that can, so mutual of his dalliance and fair language, he had a maid full many a mariage of younger women at his own coast. Unto his order he was a noble post. A merchant there was, with a forked beard, in motley and high on horse he sat, upon his head a Flandrish belver hat, his boat is clasped fair and fetisly, his raisons he spak full solemn, soning always increase of his winning, he would the sea were kept for anything, betwixt the Middleburg and Orwell, well could he in his strongest shield sell, this worthy man full well his wit beset. A clerk there was of Oxenford also, that unto logic had he long ago. Oh, as lean was his horse as is a rock, and he nas not right fat I undertalk, but look at hollow, and thereto soberly, full threadbare was his overest courtepy, for he had getten him yet no benefice, ne was so worldly for to have office, for him was lover have at his bed as heed, 20 books hook is clad in black or reed, a sergeant of the law, war in Weiss, that often had been at the parvis. There was also full rich and of excellence, discreet he was and of great reverence, his samed speech, his words weren't so wise, justice he was full often in assize, by patent and by plain commission, for his science and for his high renown, of fees and rolls had he many own, so great a purchaser there was nowhere known. A franklin was in his company, quit was his beard as is the daisy, of his complexion he was sanguine, well loved he by the more way a sop and wean, to leaven in delete was ever his one, for he was Epicurus's only son, that healed his opinion that plain delete was very felicity parfait. A haberdasher and a carpenter, a weaver, a dyer, and a tapissier, and they were clothed all in oliver, with a solemn and a great fretinier, full fresh and new here gear a peaked was, here knieves were chopped not with brass, but all with silver, wrought full clean and wheel, here girdles and here pouches every deal. A cook they had with them for the nuns, to boil the chickens with the marry bones, and powder marching tart and gallingale. Well could he know a draught of London ale, he could a roost and saith and broil and fry, making motro and well bake a pie. But great harm was it, as it thought to me, that on his sheen a mormal had he, for blanc manger that made he what it the base. A shipman was there, warning fair by Weast, for aught I woot he was of dirty mouth. He rode upon a rounce as he coth, in a gown a folding to the knee, a dagger hanging on a lass had he, about his neck under his arm adoon, the hoot summer had mad his hair a brown. and certainly he was a good fellow. Full many a draught of wine he had he draw, grow bird or water build at the chapman's sleep. Of niece conscience took he no keep. With us there was a doctor of physique, in all the world ne was the known him leak, to speak of physic and of surgery, for he was grounded in astronomy. He kept his patient a full great deal in horrors by his magic natural. Well could he fortune in the ascendant of his images for his patient. A good wife there was of beside the bath, but she was some del deaf, and that was scath. Of cloth making she had switch a haunt, she passed him of Ypres and of Gaunt. In all the parish wife was ne'er known, that to the offering before her should goon. And if there did, certain so wroth was she, that she was out of all charity. A parson was there of religion, and was a poor parson of a tone, but rich he was of holy thought and work. He was also a learned man, a clerk, that Christ's gospel truly would preach. His parishioners devoutly would he teach. Benign he was, and wonder diligent, and in adversity full patient. With him there was a ploughman, was his brother, that had a lad of dong full many a father. A true a swinkerer and a good was he, living in peace and perfect charity. God loved he best with all his whole heart, at all a time as though him armed or smart, and than his neighbor right as himself. He would a thresh and thereto dike and delve. There was also a reeve and a miller, a summoner and a pardoner also, a municipal and myself. There were no more. The miller was a stout carle for the nuns, full big he was of brawn and eke of bones, that proved well for over all there he came. At wrestling he would have always the ram. He was short-shouldered, broad, a thick knard. There was no door that he no old have of hard, or break it after raining with his heed. His beard as any sow or fox was reed. A gentle municipal was there of temple, of which achators might take example, for to be wise in buying of vitile, or whether that he paid or took by tile. Albeit he waited so in his achat, that he was aye beforn and in good stat. Now is not that of God a full grace, that switch a lewd man's with his pace, the wisdom of an heap of learned men. Of meisters had he more than thrice a 10. The reeve was a slender choleric man, his beard was shave as nigh ever he can, his hair was by his ears full roundy shorn, his top was docked like a priest beforn, full longer were his legs and full a lane, ilike a staff there was no calf he sane. Well could he keep a garner and a bine, there was none auditor could on him whine. A sumner was there with us in that place, that had a fiery cherub in his face. For sauce of flame he was with iron Norway, as hoot he was, and lecherous as a sparroway. The scarlet brow was black as peeled beard, of his visage children were affared. Their nas quicksilver, light heart, ne brimstone, boras, cerusi, ne oil of tartar known, ne ointment that would cleanse the end of bite, that him might helpen of his whelk is white. With him there rode a gentle pardoner, of Roncesvalles, his friend and his compeer. that straight was comed fro the court of Rome, full loud he sung, come hither, love to me. This Sumner bar to him a stiff bourdon, was never trump of half so great a son. This pardoner hath here as yellow as wax, but smooth it hang as doth it strike of flex. Now I have told you soothly in a clause, the stock, the array, the number, and eke the cause, why that assembled was this company, and southward at this gentle hostelry, that high the tabard fast by the bell. But now is time for you to tell the tale, how that we bear in us that ilken neat, when that we were in hostelry already, and after woe I tell of our visage, and all the remembrance of our pilgrimage. But first I pray you of your courtesy, that ye narrate it not my villainy, though that I plainly spake in this matter, to tell you your words in how this cheer, nay, though I spake your words as properly, for this that ye know and as well as I, whoso shall tell a tale after a man, he most rehearse it as nigh ever he can. Every a word, if it be in his charge, how spake he never so rudelich and large, or else he mote to tell his tale untrue, or feign a thing, or find a word as new. He may not spare, although he were his brother, he mote I'll say a word as another. Christ spake himself full broad in holy writ, and well ye would no villainy is it. Eke Plato saith, whoso that can him read, the words mote be cousin of to the deed. Also I pray you to forgive in me, all have I not set folk in here degree, here in this tale as that he should strond. My wit is short, ye may well understand. Great cheer made our host every chone, and to the supper set he us anon. He served us with vital at the best, but strong was the wine, and well to drink us lest. A seemly man our host was withal, for two had been a marshal in a hall. A large man he was with eye and stape, a fairer Burgess is there known in shape. Bold of his speech, and wise and well he taught, and of a manhood him lacked right naught. Eke thereto he was a right a merry man, and after supper playing he began, and spake of mirth among his other things, one that we had made our reckonings, and said thus, now lordings, truly, ye been to me right welcome heartily, for by my truth, if I shall not lie, I saw not this year so merry a company. For by my truth, if that I shall not lie, I saw not this year so merry a company. At once in this herber way as is now, fain would I don't on your mirth wist how, and of a mirth I am right now bethought, to do your ace, and it shall cost a naught. Ye goon to Canterbury, God your speed, the blissful martyr quite ya how your mead, and well I woot as ye goin by the way, ye shapen ya to tell and to play, for truly comfort name a mirth is known, to ride the way dumb as a stone, and therefore I will maken you to sport, as I said erst, and doon you some comfort. And if you liketh all by one assent, for to stronded and at my judgment, and for to worken as I shall you say, tomorrow when ye riden by the way, now by my father's soul that is deed, but ye be merry, I would yive mine own heed. Hold up your horns without in more speech. Our counsel was not long before to seek, us thought it not worth it to make a wees, and granted him without in more avis, and bade him say his verdict as in least. Lordings, quoth he, now hearken for to beast, but talk it not, I pray you in disdain. That is the point to spaken short and plain, that each of you to short without our way, in this viage shall tell of tales tway. To Canterbury word, I mean it so, and homeward he shall tell in others twoe, of aventures with that whilom and befall, and which of ya albereth him best of all. That is to say, and he that telleth in this cast tales of best sentence and most solace, shall have a supper at our all a cost, and here in this place sitting by the post, when that we come again from Canterbury, and for to make you all the more merry, I will myself and godly with you ride, right at mine own cost, and be your guide. And whoso will my judgment with his say, shall pay that I'll spaden by the way. And if ye vouchsafe that it be so, tell me anon, without an word as mo, and I will early shape me therefore. This thing was granted, and our oath swore, with full glad heart, and prayed in him also, that he would vouchsafe for to do so, and that he would be in our governor, and our tales judge and reporter, and set a supper at a certain price, and we would been at his device. In high and low as thus by noon ascent, we been accorded to his judgment. And thereupon the wine was fetten on, we drunken and to rest went each on, without an any longer tarrying. A morrow when that day began to spring, up rose our host, and was our hour cock, and gathered us together all in flock. And forth we ride in a little more than pass, unto the watering of St. Thomas. And there our host began his horse arrest, and said, Lordings, hearken, if y'all list, ye whooped your forward, and I y'all record, if even song and morrow song accord. Let's say now who shall tell the first tale, as evermore I drink in wine or ale. Whoso be rebel to my judgment shall pay for all that by the way is spent. Now draweth cut, ere that we fairer twain, he which that hath the shortest shall begin. Sir Kneet, quoth he, my master and my lord, now draweth cut, for that is mine accord. Cometh near, quoth he, my lady prioress, and ye, Sir Clerk, that be your shamefastness. Nay, studieth not, lay hon to every man, anon to draw in every white began. And shortly for to tell as it was, were it by aventure or sort or cast, the sooth in this, the cut fell to the kneet, of which full belief and glad was every wheat, and tell he most his tale as was resoon, by forward and by compassion, as ye han heard, what needeth word is mo, and when this good man saw that it was so, as he that wees was and obedient, to keep his forward by his free assent, he said, a scene, I shall begin this gam, what welcome be the cut a goddess nam. Now let us ride, and hearketh what I say, and with that word we riden forth our way. And he began with right a merry cheer his tale anon, and said as ye may hear.